Hello everyone, Cap here, and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. I want to show you a match that I had yesterday. It was some aggro defense. It wasn't the cleanest defense, and I probably did a ton of mistakes. In the end, it kind of worked out, and yeah, let me show you. I'm starting as cost control with Phoenixes and Arclights, and my opponent is Speed Specialist. So already with Speed Specialist and Steel Balls, Arclights, it's kind of a good start for aggro, so I'm already expecting my opponent to go aggressive here. I'm positioning my crawlers like this, so they don't all get pulled towards the flanks in the following rounds. Because usually when someone plays aggro and is aggro on one side, they also like to put some crawlers or whatever in the flank there, and then the crawlers behind the tower always pull. And I believe if you pull them, or if you put them one space towards the middle, like in this case, they don't all pull to the flank. Let's see if this is going to work out. And unfortunately, my crawlers do not split like this with the positioning of my opponent here. And yeah, also aggro is coming in kind of as expected, also added crawlers, also expected. And yeah, still, even though everything was expected kind of, couldn't really do much about it. But I do have Phoenixes, so my opponent does not have anti-air just yet. So at least I can clean this up. And my opponent did not kill all of my units, so some XP denied kind of, since my Phoenixes are still alive. Strike Specialist could be very good here for my opponent. I was also considering it to just pressure my opponent's flanks, but did not go for it. Was a bit too risky in my opinion. Just it's an option for sure, going heavy into or just pressuring your opponent's flanks when they are aggressive like this. But I kind of wanted to stabilize a bit more on my own side here, because last round I got stormed pretty hard. It was just due to my Phoenixes that it didn't end very badly last round. And yeah, I decided instead to add some Mustangs here. Just good against, or helping out with the crawlers, but also as chaff kind of against steel balls. Plus, yeah, there it is, by the way. There's the flank, and also my crawlers are working behind the towers. The one pack there split half, so one half went to the flank and one half went in front still, and was blocking the steel balls there for a bit. So my tower is falling now, but it would have fallen way earlier, a couple of seconds earlier, if my crawlers did not split like that. But yeah, once again, still able to defend this due to my Phoenixes mainly. Heavy armor, kind of nice, but at the same time, don't really like it against steel ball pushes. Orbital could be okay, but it's also a bit of an investment. Oh, I am actually picking up heavy armor. I forgot about this. So my opponent isn't really dealing with air just yet, and maybe if my opponent decides to deal with air, my opponent might go for Mustangs behind the steel balls. And Mustangs are not great at dealing with Wraiths. And also I have the armor tag or field repair, I'm not sure, on my Wraith. And either way, one of those two tags really helps against Mustangs in that case as well, and especially with heavy armor. So yeah, I feel like this Wraith can be very problematic for my opponent. Also, I did pick up the oil here, trying to delay the push in by my opponent this turn and also next turn. And it is kind of working. Crawlers coming in and are still distracting. Two steel balls now on the tower though. And the one steel ball barely got the tower still. But still no proper answer to my air, especially the Wraith. So there are some fangs now. And one of the Phoenix packs did go down. But yeah, not my Wraith with heavy armor. Iron Blast is a bit awkward here. And also my opponent did split the army to a good degree, so it's not the best value. And instead I did pick up Tech Specialist, because I definitely want to pick up a couple of techs, and that's going to be value over time. Also, I just decided to sell my crawlers down there in the corner, and I put down one Rhino with Whirlwind in front. So the Rhino is positioned in the middle of the two crawler packs there, so the crawlers will immediately swarm my Rhino, and with Whirlwind those crawlers will be cleared up very quickly. I really like Rhinos to protect flanks, Rhinos with Whirlwind, if there are crawlers in the flank. Also picking up a jump drive on the Phoenix. Trying to quickly snipe that Arclight and possibly the tower on the right. Getting some more crawlers. I need more time so my tower doesn't fall on the left. Some more crawlers distracting the steel boards basically. Upgrades on the Phoenixes, kind of important. Deal more damage and more quickly take out the Arclights and steel bolts. Also, my opponent did go for 2 packs of level 2 Phoenixes now. And on the right, my forward Phoenixes are coming in. The tower is health buffed, so it took a couple of shots, but finally tower is going down. And yeah, crawlers are coming in and distracting very well. The push did not come through with the oil on the ground especially. And yeah, the forward Phoenix to get the tower there was kind of good. Don't really like any of the options. Don't want to go more heavily into Rhino in this case. Otherwise I might have tried Rage Rhino. Never really picked it, to be honest. Moving those Phoenixes into the flank. Trying to get in from there this time. Let's see if it's going to work. Also upgrading my towers, so everything but the steel balls does not take down the tower as quickly. And I'm adding 3 packs of fangs, and I'm giving them shield right away. Shielded fangs, very good to stop aggression in general, especially in a vertical position in front of the tower like this. The Arclights will take multiple shots to get through, quite a lot of shots to get through one pack like this. Selling the Mustang pack on the right there because it's kind of useless. And I'm instead getting the tower health and damage buffs. My flank unfortunately is not coming in. My opponent put some Phoenixes there. So my flank Phoenixes are gone. And yeah, my crawlers and my fangs are distracting for quite a while. But it's a bit too much coming in right now. Too much damage on the left and too much health. Level 2 steel boards there. Cannot quite keep them down. And this is a round for my opponent here. My opponent did loan though, and got temporary speed buff as well. So economy wise it's looking better for me, but yeah, my opponent had to make something happen here. Was already getting quite low. Picking up Missile Device Specialist. Extra damage from those sentries. And oh, by the way, my opponent did pick up EMP on the arc lights. And my Rhino did not clean up the flank as nicely. That's why my units were distracted for a very long time there on the left by the flank, because my Rhino didn't take down the crawlers instantly. So yeah, I picked up Photon now on my Rhino to negate the EMP from the Arclight. And I'm trying to flank from the left now. There's a sentry, but if it's only going to be the sentry, then it's not going to be enough. The sentry will hit my fangs and then my phoenixes can come in. Also putting down some more crawlers to split behind my Arclight there in the middle, and I'm also putting down a Rhino. Just a bit more health, and also with the Whirlwind to take down crawlers quickly. And I'm considering this might actually already be game. If my flank comes in from the left there, then I might be able to deal enough damage to close it out, and that's why I also decided to put down some more sentries to temporarily take out a lot and then maybe win the round based off of that. However, my opponent did put one pack of fangs, unfortunately, to protect the flank there. Very unlucky for me, good for my opponent, I guess. And yeah, my opponent also has now a Whirlwind Rhino there and was trying to mobile beacon in, but not quite enough there with my sentries and everything. However, right side is winning and is coming in, and Phoenixes taking my tower. Health buff tower, but still level 2 Phoenixes able to take it out. And Phoenix is stuck on the tower, and my Phoenix can take out the rest here. Unfortunately, only a slight win here. Very bad that my opponent did put the fangs there to protect the flank, otherwise it would have been game, I'm pretty sure. Oil is off cooldown, and I'm picking up, or I picked up the acid as well. And I'm putting oil and acid on top of each other. So the units are slowed, and while they are slowed, they're also getting damaged there by the acid. I'm checking flanks if I can do anything there to still get through without committing too much. But looking kind of bad now. So my opponent already put down a Rhino with Whirlwind and tried to mobile beacon last turn, so I'm kind of expecting that to happen again. And just putting more shielded fangs in the front definitely helps. Though I am not fully protecting my right tower yet. Let's see if I still put something there. It does not look like it. So in hindsight, I definitely should have put at least one pack of fangs over there as well. The right tower is kind of unprotected to a degree. And yeah, here we go. That is exactly what I meant. Right tower, these rhinos also now have photon and are kind of unstoppable by what I have at the moment. Nothing deals damage to them, and yeah, they just come in and take the tower. So that was a bit bad by me. Could have expected it. I'm not sure if I could have actually stopped it, but I could have slowed it down at least with a pack of shielded fangs over there. Rhinos in the acid now really helps though, taking extra damage. So acid is 3% health damage, I think, per second or whatever. And also they take more damage from attackers. So that definitely helped. That definitely helped me take them down. But yeah, still not enough. Getting tower debuffed kind of quickly is always really bad. And that's, by the way, the only and real reason why aggro is kind of strong. Because of the tower debuff. If the tower debuff wouldn't exist or wouldn't be as strong, aggro strategies wouldn't be good. Or not as good, at least. Still kind of getting the surround on an opponent by also putting stuff in the flank and everything and coming from all sides at once is already pretty good, to be honest. But yeah, with the tower debuff on top, it's just really strong. And you gotta deny those tower debuffs. So now I'm thinking, okay, there are 2 rhinos over there. Can't really go to my left tower. Could still kind of get to my right tower, but I put down 1 rhino myself. And I'm also picking up 1 level 2 Overlord, and I'm picking up ground cannon as well. So I want more burst damage here. Was also considering just going for steel bolts, but kind of wanted to do something else here. Steel bolts with range, that is. Would also be good to take down rhinos. Putting down a sentry to slow them, potentially, if my opponent does not pick up the tech upgrade, so that they can't get slowed. And my opponent did, unfortunately, move to the right side with the rhinos, or sold 1 rhino there in the middle and bought 2 new ones and is now on the right. And 1 rhino still stuck, but the other one is coming through and is taking my tower. RIP. So my opponent is doing this well. Moving around, getting the towers round after round in a different spot, kind of. And I am not thinking quickly enough to actually anticipate this happening. I should be, at this point, I should really be protected all over the place against something like this, but it's still coming through. However, other than that, the battle is kind of looking decent, so I'm winning the round here, somewhat convincingly still, even though tower debuff and everything. And that's a lot of damage, but not dead yet. My opponent did invest a ton into those rhinos, by the way. So level 2 rhinos with triple tech upgrade. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I'm going for nuke here. It's not the best nuke, to be honest. Not the biggest value there, but my opponent is so low, I kind of want to close it out now. I just need 1 round win, and my opponent is dead. So I'm going for it with a nuke here, trying to close it out. And I'm adding more shielded fangs to slow down those rhinos. I really don't like them coming in and getting my towers. Protecting the flank with a sentry. My opponent might put something there to pull my army. Getting range on Mustangs. For all the other engagements, basically, that are not with the Rhino. And I also put down a second Overlord, but this time level 1. Putting down some more sentries as well. And time is over, so kind of spammed the 2 sentries there in the end. And that level 1 Overlord might not be enough damage to take down those Rhinos in time. And yeah, once again, Rhino is coming in. My opponent did also a nuke, by the way. Double nuke there on the left. And my opponent added Overlords on the right to push in together with the Rhinos and everything. And get my tower there. I did still win on the left side. Overall, some leveled Mustangs and level 2 Rhino. But my opponent does have a level 3 Rhino and some Overlords, and they are also locked onto the tower now. My tower will fall here in a moment. Still able to take down the level 3 Rhino at least. Yeah, this is not looking good for me here, this round. And that's also a bit of damage. Alright. Round 10 in an aggro match, kind of unusual. Either you properly defend or you properly get run over. But somewhat close match here. So I didn't play this all that well, I'm sure, but still a fun match for sure when it's that close back and forth. Picking up the amplifying core and putting down another level 2 Overlord with the ground cannon, of course. So that's a lot more damage now on the right side there. Also picked up credit and temp speed and temp range. So this could really be the last round finally. Maybe. We will see. Still trying to figure out what to do with the rest of my money here. And picking up one more Overlord, level 2 with the ground cannon here. And putting it on the left actually, just to make sure I don't lose over there. Or even if I lose on the right, then at least I have some more army left on the left. And when the tower debuff runs out and my remaining left army engages the right army of my opponent, basically the level 2 Overlord there will definitely help in that engagement. And yeah, here we go. My opponent going in again, and it picked up Launcher Overload on his Overlords. And EMP coming down, disabling some tech on my Overlords, but not the very right one with level 2 there. It's dealing a ton of damage, and it's actually finally enough to take down these Rhinos before they get into the tower. Left side I'm winning hard with my Overlord now added and everything, and right side also my Overlords outranging my opponent's Overlords, and yeah, rip. Surrender. So yeah, finally able to stop the push, and once my opponent does not get my tower anymore kind of quickly, then all of a sudden it's over. That's also, aggro is very fickle to play. You really need to get the tower debuffs. And oftentimes, the moment you stop getting the tower debuff, you just lose so hard. And yeah, aggro is very risky. It's very high risk and very high reward though, if it does work. But at some point later on in the match, when you have so much stuff everywhere, it's really hard to get into the tower, I guess. And yeah, alright. GG's. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.